friends, it is Yemzy from the Blue Plum Bob back again today. Today not playing the Alphabet Challenge, but doing a speed build instead. So this is the Oakenstead Manor that we're building today. I sort of vaguely talked about this during my Let's Play. It's a family that I created myself to live usually on the Oakenstead lot. I've been building them these grandiose Louisiana-style type builds. I accidentally, when we started the Alphabet Legacy Challenge this time around, I took the Oakenstead lot for my own character, Angelique. So I am going ahead and I think the lot that we are renovating is the Umbrage Manor instead. So this one is a 40 by 40, whereas the Oakenstead lot is a 50 by 50. And considering we have a lot of room to expand on the Oakenstead lot that we don't have on this lot, I decided to, instead of switching everything around, I just decided to put the Oakenstead family on this lot. So, like I mentioned, this is a speed build of that house. I'm very proud of how it turned out. I found myself quite often, not only for this house, but some of the other renovations that I've done in Willow Creek, I find myself using the Strangerville content the most, which is really interesting to me. That style is more meant to be Victorian, and this is kind of a different style, but I still feel like it fits really well. So you'll see right here we're turning the roof green. I pretty much go with a green theme throughout the entire thing. I also use the leaf, the floral leaf-ish wallpaper inside because, like I mentioned in my Let's Play, the Oakenstead family, I believe, has like a huge farm. I think that in my world, this Oakenstead family is pretty much like the main gardeners for Willow Creek. They've always got fresh produce, that type of thing. If I were to continue on with like the Oakenstead family and build them out a little bit more, I think I would like to, in the future, build like a little Oakenstead market. I think that would be super cute, that the family kind of runs together. I don't know how you would functionally do that in The Sims. I suppose you could possibly do just a retail, but then putting fruits and vegetables out on display and having to label them all to be sold seems really, really, what's the word I'm thinking of? Tedious. That's it. It seems really tedious to me, just to try and get your Sims to retail. I think is a little bit buggy just to begin with. It is one of the first expansion packs we got, so no real critical commentary there. It's to be expected when you're working with new content for The Sims, but I think there's room for improvement there. And if The Sims are going to continue to do this thing where they update packs and give packs more content and do some upgrades, I think Get to Work would be a good option for that. So right here, as you can see, that there's a little section on the side with a glass roof. That does end up being a greenhouse type thing. I leave it pretty open because I'm not very good at decorating like greenhouses. I thought it was really cool though to have it connected to the house, and you'll see when we get into it, there's it's right off the dining room. It's really nice. As a side note, I just recently got a new PC, and that's when I started recording, is when I got the new PC to be able to handle that kind of recording. And the quality of light shining through the windows is mind-boggling to me. With my old PC, I didn't really have a good graphics card. I don't think I had a graphics card at all, actually. So it looked pretty much like laptop quality if I were to be playing this on a laptop. So when I got that new PC, it made playing The Sims so much prettier and so much nicer to watch. I don't know how to really explain it. It's something you've probably seen in basically every other YouTuber's speed build type videos for The Sims. Yeah, you can see right here, I just put a little platform in here and some stairs. That's going to be the greenhouse over there. Working on floor plan now. The floor plan didn't come together quite easily at first. You'll see this middle section gives me some grief for a little while. I think the kitchen and the dining room come together relatively quickly, as does the upstairs. I made the mistake of doing the upstairs floor plan before I had completely solidly finished the downstairs floor plan. So in the end, the stairs kind of had to stay where they were, and I wasn't terribly thrilled about that to begin with, like at the start, but I think it came together really well in the end. As you can see here, yeah, we've got a couple bedrooms. I believe the end result, there's 4 bedrooms. 4 bedrooms upstairs, and there's one bedroom, 2. I think there may be 5 bathrooms. I really should have checked on this, but that room at the end that you see there, that I just put the walls in for, that ends up being like a library entertainment area, which I didn't know what to do with it at the start. I'm really glad I chose to do that, because the initial thought was to split it right down the middle and make 2 more bedrooms, but I thought it was a little unnecessary. We already had some bedrooms, so I wanted to try something different, and I decided to put in a library area. So yeah, this ends up being the dining room and the kitchen. You can see they're split by this little wall that goes about halfway through. The kitchen ends up being further back in the house, and the dining room ends up being further forward. Here, I'm laying out a bit of a hallway type area, and then you can see that small room off of the kitchen is going to end up being like a little mudroom type thing. It has some gardening tools in it, but we'll get to that. Yeah, adding another separation wall here, trying to make things a little bit more interesting and dynamic rather than having these huge bedrooms. This bedroom is actually going to end up being the grandmother's, and I can't quite remember her name right now off the top of my head. But the storyline that I was playing with when creating the Oakenstead family is that we've got the mother and father Oakensteads, we've got the mother's mom, who ends up being the grandmother of the children. She lives with them. Of course, she has her own room and a little ensuite. We also have 2 children here. They're twins in this universe. In the past, I've done like 1 young adult, 1 child. I've also done teens and children. I've played with these characters a lot, and I've made a bunch of different versions of them. But this time around, I decided to do twin teens. So they are 2 girls. Again, I can't remember their names. I put this all together. Not last week, but the week before, I think. I also have a Create a Sim video that I'm going to post after this of content involving them, and you can see the actual creation of the characters. I do include CC in my character creation, just because I assume people are like me and they're not pulling whole households off of the gallery, but instead pulling lots off the gallery. There is some CC in the actual lot itself too, but it's just art. So it's just art hanging on the walls, I think. I'm pretty sure. I tried to avoid. I think in the parents' room there might be a CC television too, but that is an easy switch. Yeah, so this is the final floor plan that we get for the house. This is how it's going to turn out in the end. You can see I put down that floral wallpaper for a second and I covered it up. When I build, usually I like to go through and just paint all of the walls the same color, like I did here. Same thing with the floors. I usually like to paint the floors all the same color, so that even if I forget to change one of them in the future, they at least have wallpaper and floor coverings before I were to, say, put this on the gallery or use it in an actual household. Because it infuriates me when I'm playing the game, not just building or anything, but actually playing, and I go in and I see that there's either a piece of wallpaper missing or something like that, and then I feel like I have to stop my entire gameplay just to go fix it. So this kind of fixes that issue for me. I don't think I've seen anyone else really do that before. I know some builders like Lil Simsy will wait until the end to put all the wallpaper in, which just stresses me out even more. I'm like, what if you forget something? But I don't know if you can tell, I watch a lot of different YouTubers, a lot of different speed builders. You saw along that wall right there, there's kind of that's a bit of CC art. If I would quit twisting the camera around, you could actually see it. But moving on to the dining room here, that is a Seasons table coupled with these chairs from Get Famous. I love these chairs, and I don't know why. As I've been renovating houses and like building all this stuff, I've noticed that pretty much my favorite decor style, I think, if I were to pick one from the Sims catalog, is mid-century modern, which is really surprising to me. I think like split level houses sometimes are really ugly, but for some reason the furniture that we have in the Sims that gets cataloged as mid-century modern just like it speaks to me. So I used some of that in this household. Um, we've got some plants, obviously. We've got this green theme going throughout too. The curtains are from Dream Home Decorator, and they are in the green shade. We also have a little dog food bowl mat. Did I put a food bowl on top of that mat? I cannot remember. I meant to. Yes, so in this version, the family has a family dog. You can see I'm putting more CC art on that shelf there. I just wanted like a simple picture of a leaf. That could easily be switched out with a tiny living leaves. Just wasn't thinking straight, and I didn't see it in the catalog, so out of sight, out of mind. Here I am putting some treats on the table right there. Soon here, yeah, right here we're gonna put in some actual tile. And you can see it really bothered me because I had already put that stuff there, and it kind of divides weird with the kitchen right there. I ended up leaving it in the end because I didn't know how to fix it, and I didn't want to redo that part. I thought it looked really cute, so I just let it stay as it was. Kitchen counters are from Dream Home Decorator. We've got the fridge from Parenthood, shelves from Dream Home Decorator, and then that oven, I believe, is Base Game. That sink is CC. I meant to take it out, and I didn't. Here we are using the Jungle Adventure table. I use so many packs in this. Putting the Jungle Adventure table in there, again, the Get Famous chairs, and making a little breakfast nook in the kitchen. And then a trash can, which ends up moving into the mudroom space so we can fit that table in there properly. But also going in the mudroom, we have the little knick-knack shelf type thing from Cottage Living. I believe, yeah, we've got some gardening tools on the wall there. Something else goes on the wall too, I think. No, we get a plant. So many plants. It's very easy for me to make households for Sims that garden, I think, because you can put plants everywhere as decoration. Meanwhile, my apartment doesn't have any plants as decoration because I'm afraid I would kill them. Here we are moving on to the living room. Again, same curtains from before, using those same Dream Home Decorator ones. I think we use those for pretty much every single room in this house. We've got a couch from Eco Lifestyle, and the smaller couch is from Paranormal. Then we've got, what do we put there? An ottoman from Nifty Knitting. Yeah, it's basically like I used every single pack I could think of under the sun. But if I had to pick one pack that is reoccurring through this whole thing, it's probably Dream Home Decorator. I think I used those beds in the bedrooms, and I just used a shelf there, and the cupboards and stuff, yeah. I love Dream Home Decorator. It was my favorite pack. It still is my favorite pack, I think. But when it came out, I played with interior decorators exclusively for probably a month. I was playing a different Legacy Challenge at the time, which I hadn't really developed my Alphabet Legacy Challenge quite by that point, so I was playing Legacy Challenges and sort of fiddling with these different ideas that I could use for something like an Alphabet Legacy Challenge, and I had probably at least 3 Sims in that. Probably at least 3 Sims were interior designers. I think that household we got up to 6 or 7 generations. That was on a short lifespan because Little Simsy has a current Legacy Challenge happening that I love watching videos for. It's all on short lifespan, and it's so chaotic. I wanted to try one myself, and that was my first time really getting into Legacy Challenges in The Sims 4 and playing them, like following the rules in which you don't really cheat for money. You don't start with your usual money, you start on an empty lot. I've done a lot of starting on empty lots before, but it's always kind of been less about getting yourself up to where you go, and more about building like these super extravagant homes. So I would really just cheat money, and I realized that's not really a fun way to play the game for me anymore. I just talked completely through the library. As you can see, it's not really the best library considering there's a television in it, but since there's not one in the living room, I wanted to put one somewhere in this house so that your Sims could use that. Here we are furnishing the downstairs bathroom. All the bathrooms, I believe, are full baths. This one has a bathtub. There's one upstairs that doesn't have a bathtub but does have a shower. Those slippers on the floor are CC. I just thought they were cute. Yeah, we got this rug from Snowy Escape. That fluffy rug, I love that fluffy rug. It's so pretty. Here we are going upstairs then. First thing we're going to start with is this right bedroom. Again, using some Dream Home Decorator here. I think this is mostly Dream Home Decorator in here. We've got a Dream Home Decorator bed, bedside table, a little plant in there, of course. So I imagine this bedroom would go to one of the twins who likes to play music. You'll see in a minute here we put a guitar in her room. And where's the guitar? Well, it'll come. There's a guitar in the room, I know that. And some posters on the wall as well. And we also put some cross-stitch stuff in here so that she could take up cross-stitching. Alright, yeah, that's pretty much it for this bedroom. We've got this mirror along the wall, which is CC. I really like the mirrors that lean along the walls, but we really only have the one from Jungle Adventure, and I used that downstairs. I really like it. Here we are furnishing like the main bathroom upstairs. This does have a shower and a bathtub. We've got this triangular bathtub. I love using this bathtub, and I don't know why. Like, there's nothing really special about it, but it's just, like, it's so fun and funky and quirky looking. I think because I've always wanted a bathtub like that. That's the dream for some reason. Here's the other twins' bedroom. They get a queen-sized bed, I believe, instead of a twin-sized bed. For no particular reason either. I just kind of felt like it fit better in this room. Here's a controversial opinion, and I think a lot of Sims YouTubers have made a habit of doing this. I don't like putting like single twin beds in like the center of the room all the time. I know I didn't put it against the wall in this bedroom. That was for a reason, and the reason is because the curtains would have clipped through it. But for the most part, when I was younger, I always had my bed pushed up like in a corner, and even until I moved out with my boyfriend, my queen-sized bed was pushed into a corner. So just like logically speaking, I think it makes more sense for the beds to be tucked into a corner or something. I think it definitely looks better in smaller bedrooms, because if you start doing that in huge bedrooms, it looks a little goofy. But that's my personal opinion on the matter. I kind of skipped over the other sibling. We put some pictures of the ocean along the wall in there, as well as we had some knitting stuff, obviously from Nifty Knitting, and then we put a microphone in there. I thought either she could be a singer or a comedian, something of the sort. Just put a little game table in that landing. Here is the grandma's bedroom, again with that, I don't think that mirror stays in here this time. I put these little closet units in, again from Dream Home Decorator, and we put a mirror up on the wall. Yes, so that one is CC. It is basically a recreation of the Spa Day mirror, the 3-wide Spa Day mirror. That's my favorite mirror in the game, I think. I like the ones that lean up against the wall, but I love that 3-wide with the lights on the side. It's just very simplistic, and it feels very realistic to have something like that. But as you can see, we're putting a desk in here. The space is really weird. It's really weirdly laid out, but I wanted that, I think. Like, if you saw this bedroom in a real house, you'd be like, what the hell is this? But I think in here, it kind of works. We changed the bed color to this soft pink color. again with a dream home decorator, end tables, another fireplace up here. And then in this empty corner, I didn't know what to do. I think I go in later on, and it might not even be on the actual video, but I do go in and I put a pet bed in here because my thought is that the dog is the grandma's, or at least that the grandma has the best relationship with the dog, and they are very close. I'm thinking the grandma is always taking the dog on walks because she's retired, like they go walking all the time. Here we are working on the other bathroom that is not connected to a room. Again, it's got everything. This one just doesn't have a bathtub. It's got a shower instead. Very small. I know in my personal gameplay, I hate not having enough bathrooms, so I usually will put more bathrooms in than maybe necessary. And here we are working on the master bedroom. So we've got this. I also divided this room into 2 pieces. I don't put a fireplace in this room, but I do put a TV along this wall. Again, with the Dream Home Decorator beds, I think they look so nice. So we put a rug in here, very nice, and then we get a television. Yeah, that one is definitely CC. But we also get a couch in here to sit on, and I think we get a mirror. Maybe we don't. Maybe we just get a plant. But as you can see, we're putting plants everywhere. Probably some chairs. Again, I did this like 2 weeks ago, so I'm a little fuzzy on it. Yeah, we got those end tables again, and then as you can see, we also have a huge master bath that we're going to furnish in a minute here. Yeah, we do get a chair. Okay, a chair. Just one. Is a mirror gonna? Yeah, okay, so there's the mirror. Yeah, we put another mirror in there. That's what I thought. I thought there was another mirror in there. Alright, and then onto the master bathroom. We have got this nice tub in there. I believe we're going to put, yep, a sink across from the tub. We've got a shower that's going to be in the corner here, in the left corner. Right, there it is. And a toilet as is needed. And some towels. I like to put the little robes on the wall. I never wear robes when I get out of the shower, but I like to put them there. It's very cute. And then out on these balconies, I put a couple chairs. Both of those are from Seasons. It's the same chair, actually. Plant pot coming out here, too. And maybe another one? Don't think so. But we're going to put those chairs on the front, too. Okay. There's not much going on the outside. I usually don't do much furnishing with the balconies just because I generally don't know what to do with them. I know that's usually where like little Simsy will put her chess tables, but I already have one in the dining room, so I didn't think that was the next step. And here we go, making a little patio. Just kidding, I changed my mind. We're putting out little plots of land for the growing of crops here, and then we put a little fence around it. I really like cottage living. I really like this functionality of having these big plots of land instead of doing just you have to grow everything in place, or like it has to be in a planter. Like, it makes a lot more sense to me to have these dirt plots. I really like it. So here we are fencing in the rest of the backyard. And now we're going to go back and do the patio. We don't do much with the patio. We just put a little bonfire, campfire type thing out there, and a couple chairs, a couple couches, I think. And then here I am going around the outside, just adding some random trees to kind of give this lot a little bit more life. And not forgetting the outdoor trash can, there it is, and the mailbox. Honestly, I struggle more to remember the mailbox. There have been quite a few times where I haven't put a mailbox in, a mailbox has spawned in the middle of my house. Here we are going through, just adding some accent walls with the white brick that I used in the bathrooms and the kitchen, and coming back into with this floral patterned wallpaper and adding some style there as well. Just to kind of tie everything together. I think it looks really nice, honestly. I really like how this one turned out. Just making the patio a little bit smaller and digging up that campfire to put outside. And 2 chairs from Backyard Stuff, I think, going around it. Yeah, Backyard Stuff. I really like the Backyard Stuff pack. I think the chairs and the table and everything is so cute. And now we're into screenshots, so you can see a little bit clearer in that picture. We've got that art that is CC. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy the screenshots, and I hope you guys enjoy the upcoming videos for the Legacy Challenge. Bye.